What is up, guys? This is Ravneet with Attack the Paint. Let's go over some footage of Josh Jackson. He is a 6'8" wing from Kansas. He was a freshman, but he was a little bit older than the rest of his class. He averaged about 16 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists per game. More than half of his offense comes from spotting up, in transition, or cutting. He's shooting a good percentage from threes in the corner, but his mid-range game can use some work. He's only shooting 57% from the line, and that's because his shooting technique is flawed. For one, he's not using his legs much on his free throws. It's mostly just his arms. And second, he shoots with his elbow out. Even though Jackson struggled at the line, he impressed a lot of people with his shooting ability. He's a lot better at shooting when he has his legs under him. He shot about 38% from threes this year. Jackson's pull-up shot isn't bad either. Again, he just needs to get low before he shoots. It makes his shot have a more fluid motion. When he doesn't use his legs enough, you can tell because he overcompensates by using his arms more, and then he misses a lot more of his shots. One of Josh's go-to moves off the dribble is his step-back shot, and he consistently hits this shot. He's not really good shooting after he crosses someone over or if he's leaning towards one side. Jackson has the burst to get into the paint easily. He slightly prefers driving left, but he can finish on either side. Jackson's main weakness when attacking the paint is that he shoots too early. Here he tries to jump from the free throw line and finish using the glass, and that's just not a smart shot. Jackson's cutting ability will translate to the next level. His ability to finish above the rim helps him here. But he's also just really good moving without the ball. I don't expect Josh to post up in the NBA that much. He has a right hook shot and a turnaround jumper. But his footwork is still a little off, and he struggles to get position in the post. Jackson is really good at attacking closeouts. His pump fake fools a lot of defenders, and he gives them plenty of space to attack the closeout. He also uses a floater once he gets into the paint. "17% of Jackson's shots were in transition. He was on the receiving end of alley-oops, and he could just take the ball full court and finish. Like I mentioned earlier, he does have a habit of starting a shot before he gets close enough to the basket. He returned the ball over about 20% of the time in transition. And this is partly because he would dribble too high and leave the ball exposed. Jackson has good vision and is a decent passer. He's good at hitting the open man in the post, and he can find the open shooter as well. He showed some potential as a passer in the pick and roll. But if he's going to do this at the next level, he's going to have to do a better job of hitting the roll man. Jackson has to do a better job of taking care of the ball. He had the most turnovers on his team. He needs to work on getting a tighter handle on the ball. He telegraphs his passes, and some of them were just off target. Jackson is a solid rebounder, and he had the second most rebounds on his team. Jackson does a good job of boxing his man out, but even if he doesn't get position, he's still able to get some rebounds because he could just jump higher and grab the ball. Jackson's timing and athleticism makes him a good offensive rebounder as well. You can see here that he gets the ball right at its peak. Because of his hops, he was always a threat for putback dunks. Jackson has the tools and instincts to be a good defender at the next level. He wasn't afraid to put his body on the line and get the charge. He's good at doubling the post when the big man isn't expecting it. And he's also just good at intercepting passes. Here, Jackson realizes that his teammate got faked out. Without losing a step, he's able to switch and intercept the pass. Jackson averaged about 1 block per game. He doesn't have a large wingspan, but because of his hops and instincts, he was a good rim protector. He also got plenty of blocks in transition. Overall, Jackson is a solid on-ball defender. He could switch onto multiple positions, and he makes sure to get a hand up. He has quick hands and is able to poke the ball away. Sometimes he's kind of flat-footed, and he allows his man to get to the basket. He needs to add bulk to his upper body. At times, he got overpowered in the paint by stronger players. His lack of strength allowed other big men to get position on him in the post. The biggest question mark for Jackson right now is his shooting. If you believe that he's a consistent shooter, then there's no denying that he's going to be a great player in this league. Shot creation and turnovers are issues for him, but he does so many other things well. I expect him to get drafted between picks 3 and 5. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
This is a